We're living in a world increasingly run by algorithms. We've got algorithms picking our music, our dates, even our news. But what happens when algorithms can write like us, think like us? Enter GPT, or Generative Pre-trained Transformer. Catchy, right? GPT is basically a very, very smart computer program. It's been trained on a ridiculous amount of text data. We're talking books, articles, code, the whole internet, basically. This training lets GPT generate human-quality text, answer your questions, and even write stories. It's like having Shakespeare in your pocket, only this Shakespeare also knows how to code and can write a mean marketing copy. This technology is already changing how we interact with computers, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. The real question is, where is this all going? Buckle up, folks, because things are about to get weird. One of the most exciting, or depending on how you look at it, terrifying things about GPT is that it's constantly learning. And we're not just talking about getting better at grammar or expanding its vocabulary. Researchers are working on making GPT more efficient. They're teaching it to do more with less. Imagine a future where GPT can run on your phone. No problem. That's the goal. But the real game changer is context. Right now, GPT can sometimes miss the nuances of human language. They think sarcasm, humor, those sorts of things. But as GPT evolves, it's getting better at understanding the context of a conversation, the emotions behind the words. Imagine a GPT that not only understands what you're saying, but also you're saying it. That's some next level stuff right there. Okay, so GPT can write poems and tell jokes. Cute, but what about the real world? Well, get ready for this. GPT is poised to revolutionize almost every industry imaginable. Let's start with the obvious: customer service. Imagine never having to talk to a robot on the phone ever again. Instead, you get a GPT-powered chatbot that can actually understand your problem and help you solve it. But the applications go way beyond that. In healthcare, GPT could analyze medical records and assist doctors in diagnosing diseases earlier and more accurately. In education, GPT could provide personalized learning experiences, tailoring lessons to each student's needs. And let's not forget about all the boring, repetitive tasks GPT could take off our hands. Filling out forms, writing reports, scheduling appointments, all of that could soon be handled by our friendly neighborhood AI. Now, some of you might be thinking, okay, but what about creativity? Surely a machine can't replicate the magic of human art. And you know what? You're not entirely wrong, but GPT is already making waves in the creative world. It can compose music, write screenplays, even create works of art. And while it might not be Mozart or Picasso just yet, the results are getting more and more impressive. Some people see this as a threat, a sign that robots are coming for our jobs. But others see it as an opportunity. Imagine GPT as a collaborator, a tool that can help artists push the boundaries of their creativity even further. Who knows, maybe the next great masterpiece will be a joint effort between a human and a machine. Section 5. The dark side of GPT when words go wrong. Okay, time for a reality check. All this talk about GPT's potential is exciting, but let's not forget about the potential downsides, because with great power comes great responsibility and all that jazz. One of the biggest concerns is misuse. What happens when someone decides to use GPT for more nefarious purposes? We're talking about things like generating fake news, creating spam content, or even impersonating real people online. And let's not forget about the potential for bias. GPT learns from the data it's fed, and if that data is flawed, biased, or reflects existing societal prejudices, guess what? The output will be too. So yeah, there's definitely a dark side to this technology. It's up to us to make sure we use it responsibly. Section 6, GPT versus Mother Earth, the energy problem. Here's another thing nobody's talking about. GPT is a power-hungry beast. All that processing power, all that data crunching, it takes a lot of energy. And where does that energy come from? Fossil fuels mostly. So while GPT is busy writing sonnets and diagnosing diseases, it's also contributing to climate change. Not great, Bob. The good news is that researchers are aware of this problem and are working on making GPT more energy efficient. But it's something we need to keep in mind as we continue to develop and deploy this technology. Because the last thing we need is to solve all our problems with AI, only to end up living on a scorching, uninhabitable planet. Section 7. Living with GPT. Will robots steal our jobs? Now, let's address the elephant in the room: jobs. A lot of people are worried that GPT and other AI technologies will automate away their livelihoods, and you know what? They're not entirely wrong. Some jobs will inevitably be displaced, but here's the thing. Technology has always created more jobs than it destroys, and GPT is no different. Think about all the new industries and job roles that will emerge as GPT becomes more integrated into our lives. We'll need people to develop GPT, train GPT, and work alongside GPT. The key is to adapt, to learn new skills, and to be prepared for a rapidly changing job market, because the future belongs to those who can work machines, not against them. Section 8, Humanity 2.0-GPT and the Future of Thinking. So what does all this mean for us, for humanity? It's a big question, and frankly, nobody has all the answers. But one thing's for sure, GPT is going to change the way we think, communicate, and interact with the world around us. Imagine a world where language barriers are a thing of the past, where anyone can access information and knowledge instantly, where creativity and innovation flourish because we have the tools to make our ideas a reality. GPT has the potential to unlock a new era of human progress, but it's up to us to make sure we use this power wisely. Section 9, GPT, reason for optimism. Look, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The future with GPT is uncertain. There are risks, there are challenges, and frankly, it's a little bit terrifying. But you know what? It's also incredibly exciting. We're on the cusp of something truly revolutionary. GPT has the potential to change the world for the better, to solve some of our most pressing problems, and to unlock new levels of human creativity and ingenuity. So, yeah, I'm optimistic. Cautiously optimistic, but optimistic nonetheless, because ultimately the future of GPT is in our hands. It's up to us to decide how we want to use this technology and what kind of world we want to create with it. And that, my friends, is a future worth fighting for.